And we are live. And let me check the stream. I forgot to check the stream. YouTube update. Show me my stream. But I got lost a time or two. Whoa, that delay is crazy. Okay, cool. It's not my first stream of the day. It is my second. I had a Rumble rant earlier, exclusively on Rumble. Rumble.com/Natalia Inez. I'm dying of heat. I have effectively, like, passed out multiple times today, where I was just kind of, like, sitting in my room, and then I just, like, woke up, and it was, like, 30 minutes later, and I just have sweat dripping down my face, and it was horrible. And yeah, I can't even have the window too wide open because it's like we already had to replace a wall, the wall where like the window is, because it's the rain will get in and it just had mold, so we had to replace the whole wall. So when rain is imminent, I have to like close the window. I apologize if you could hear the fan, but it is hot. Today I don't remember what outfit I said I wanted to get, but there's a couple of items that I'm really close to completing that that are not new. I don't know if there's any new outfits that are, I have the distinct suspicion that with the exception of this minor situation and the stuff of the depth and the okay, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't completed that are first appearance in this game. Yeah, and also this one. Okay, yeah, no, I was talking dumb. I think it's just that I really want to finish this one. I want to get the bandana for this, and I want to finish this one because it's a tack up, and I love a tack up. It's great. So, even though now as I'm looking through it, I can see that there are a lot of outfits that are new for Tears of the Kingdom that I haven't completed. In my mind, I prioritize Barbarian and climbing. I want to complete it, so let's go on Handy Dandy Google. Obviously not sponsored. It's just they're pretty good at what they do, which is searching. So now Tears of the Kingdom Barbarian armor. And I need the pants. Chest piece I already have. And, but actually, if you need the chest piece, it is in you can find the Barbarian armor chest piece inside of Krenel Hills Cave. Coordinates 0484, 0729, 0041, and that is, put it on the map. Let me change my stuff here. Hold on. I'm not seeing my chats. Didn't update. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now I can see the chats. Still gotta do the clicking back and forth for, why is it still processing? That's weird. It's showing it's still processing on Rumble on my end. So if anybody is chatting on Rumble and I'm not responding, I'm not ignoring you. It's just literally not showing up. It's still showing as waiting for an encoding server to claim placeholder video. That's weird. Hold on. Let me check on the Rumble app. As I updated my Rumble, what is it? RTM. I updated the address thing for the video on Rumble. So shouldn't be having issues. I didn't have any issues with my previous Rumble. My Rumble rant from before. Well, that's my Rumble rant. I want to see my video right now. My current video. Why isn't my current video showing up? Why isn't the current video showing up? Okay, that's weird. That's weird. Why is it hum. M and J do everything. Alright, I had an earlier stream on Rumble and it didn't have any issues. It was a Rumble rant and everything was fine. And now I am seeing that this stream right now isn't populating properly on Rumble. I'm checking on it on the browser and it's like, please wait till your video finishes processing at 1%. So I just left a chat there. Apologies, I don't know why there is an issue with the stream populating. I'm also on YouTube at M&J Do Everything. I'm on Kick. I don't even know. I think it's I guess it would be kick.com/Natalia Ines. I'm also on YouTube. Oh, that's what I started with. It's hot. I get a little bit extra dumb when it's hot. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/Natalia Ines, and Facebook, my JCB LLC. That is the page for the stream on Facebook. And I genuinely don't know what's going on Rumble. I hope it gets fixed. I did double check to see that I have the right server URL and server key inputted into my Streamlabs, so I don't actually know where the issue is. But I'm going to go ahead and just continue with the stream for all the other platforms where it doesn't seem to have an issue, and then I guess I'll just upload it to Rumble later if it doesn't do the live. So that being the case, since it seems like Rumble is having some issues, I'm going to just have the Kick chat open instead of the Rumble chat open. Let me move this a little bit more to be able to see the Kick chat. No. There we go. Okay. Now then, let us return to music in my ear so I can randomly do... Oh. Did it finally start doing it? Something went wrong. Please try again later. Yeah, it looks like it's still having issues on Rumble. That's just annoying. Anyways, I don't know what's happening. Everything else looks fine on all the other platforms, because I already checked YouTube. From what I could see on the dashboard here on Kick, it seems fine. Twitch, we looking like we're fine. Facebook, we looking like we fine? Maybe? I don't know. Let me update, because this is like yesterday's stream. It seems like everything is fine except on Rumble. So I do apologize to my followers on Rumble, but I hope you can pop over to one of my other streams. Now then, I'm going to put that back up. So if you don't yet have the Barbarian Armor chest piece, that again is in Crenel Hill Cave. Where is Crenel Hill? Crenel Hill is over here. This is Crenel Hill, and this is Crenel Hill Cave. My phone keeps turning off because I had it on battery saving mode. Alright, so now let's figure out what the next piece is. The legs. Yes, legs. Barbarian armored legs. You can find that in Walnut. You can find the barbarian leg wraps inside Walnut Mountain Cave at coordinates 3931, -2068, 0129, east of Hateno Village, past the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. If you zoom in on the map, the entrance is right next to the small lake south of Red Sam Forest. What does that look like? So, we're here? Hateno Ancient Tech Lab, okay. And we're talking this lake somewhere. So, is it this one? It's actually supposed to be in here somewhere? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so let's tag it, teleport, and then what I'll do is I'll change my sensor to chests. Because I've already been in there, and obviously I missed it, so I need to do sensor plus, and have it track treasure chest for me. yeah, so let's change our sensor and change it to treasure chest. Oh, I should probably put my in-ears in because I won't be able to hear. Ah, no, remote, return. Oh, where'd it go? Huh? What? There was something about this spot right here, like anything that falls from my desk, like in this vicinity, just kind of disappears. I don't know. That's about. It's so weird. Like I have to go super far away to even find it. It's like everything falls and slides off. Goes really far. All right. Now then, let us go. Pants is what I'm missing, right? Pants is what I'm missing. Pants is what I'm missing. I am missing the pants. It is the pants. It is the pants. I just feel really insecure when it's a place that I've already been to. Makes me feel very insecure. Like, why didn't I find it? Okay, so... wait, is it not that cave? Because this entrance looked a little bit different. What is this cave called? Oh, it is this one. Okay. The angle that they took the picture from on here is just... try to fight this feeling when it feels so hard to breathe. Caught up in this moment, caught up in your smile. Been out to anyone. We don't need to rush this. Okay. Yeah. Is it all the way at the end, though? By an ice thing in the ceiling. Oh, okay. Should we take on the challengers? And if you give this another time, we're only going to get closer to the love we want. Okay, so we gotta get to that one. Got it. That's our target. Kiss on the lips and on the line. I don't wanna mess this thing up. I don't wanna push too far. For my whole life, baby, I'm alright. Just a kiss, good. Wow. Okay. I totally missed that last time. Yes. Melt. Tonight. This is Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Grave Robber. And it is the most recent Zelda game from Nintendo. It's been out now for, what, 6 weeks, 7 weeks? It's been very popular. I've been playing it since the date came out. Came out May 12th. I have not finished it because I refuse. I'm dragging it out as long as possible. But I do also play Pikmin 3 in preparation for Pikmin 4. I'm debating on whether I should get Pikmin 1 and 2. This game is outstanding. I love it. So, the previous one... Let's take a pop out here real quick. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It was amazing. It was, I believe, the first one that Nintendo ever made for Zelda where it's open worlds in the sense that there are things you're expected to do, but there's a lot of stuff you could just not do. Just be like, I'm not doing it. And they did it again with this one. They did a pretty good job of it. When you go into the things that you can do, this is the main storyline quest would be here. But you're able to drag it out because even once you get past the main storyline, you have side adventures, which are pretty lengthy. Then you have shrines, shrine quests. And shrines don't all have quests, but some of them do. And to even open them, to even open access to them, shrines are important because you could use them as teleportation points so you don't have to walk everywhere. You can also get a horse, but teleportation is generally the fastest way of travel. And you also have side quests. And baked into the main storyline, there's also memories. And I haven't brought my stuff over to Kick, but I do have a video where I go through I play them back to back, all of the memories, where you see where everything started. If you would like, since it's your first, well, it's only my second stream on Kick, but it's your first day here, I could play the first memory, so you can kind of get an idea of where the beginning sort of is for Tears of the Kingdom, which is like kind of like giving you a little bit of information of the previous game and going into this one. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that, and I could go ahead and play it from the memories. Because once you collect the memories, you can play them at any time. What I'm doing right now is purposely avoiding the end of the story. I am avoiding main storyline quests because I don't want to finish the game. I want to drag it out as long as possible. And I think, according to my Twitch, I've been streaming about 90 hours of this game. Oh no, it's not much of an interruption. It is not an issue at all because I do love the memories. They look great. And right now what I'm doing is just trying to find the outfits that I don't have yet. So I'm not an issue. Here we go.
It is good to see you, Princess Zelda of Hyrule, and Link, Keeper of the Master Sword. Your blade has been fully restored. Go on then, Link. Draw it once more.
Great Deku Tree! Thank you so much.
There is no need for thanks. I merely watched over its renewal.
It is amazing that a sword can heal itself, no matter how badly damaged it becomes.
It can do more than heal. The sword will continue to gain strength if bathed in sacred power. The stronger that power, the more powerful the sword becomes. The potential of this
Zelda
blade may well be limitless. Truly the work of
Zelda's
The sword.
Zelda's a mind
ever
trap.
Stronger.
Because so many of the games that they came out with are like,
sword.
even if you call them canonical, they like don't follow directly behind one another. There are very few of them. Literally, I think there's just Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and they were back to back. And then there's another one. I don't even remember what titles it was. But Nintendo has not done great as far as making them make sense a lot of the time, so it can get hard to keep track of all of it. But with Tears of the Kingdom, which is the one before this one, they did great work. We were waiting for it for like 4 years. Breath of the Wild took like 4 years from when they announced it, and Tears of the Kingdom took about the same amount of time. This one's Tears of the Kingdom, and the graphics have gotten better. The basis of the story is very similar to what it's always been. You have to defeat Ganon. With these two most recent stories, it gets a little trippy because you go into time travel situations, and you can get so lost. Because I had a couple moments where I'm just going like crazy over the time traveling of it kind of not making sense and making me feel really lost. But in general, like, the gameplay is amazing. You can ride different horses in this one, so you're not stuck with just Epona. There isn't a musical in, like, you know, you do still whistle for your horse, but like if you think like Ocarina of Time where everything was like a song, you don't have those aspects here. But there's a lot of things that kind of harken back to the older games. So like there's certain things, like even though the outfits have headpieces, but there's actually also masks. There are actual masks that you can get that they don't have an outfit. They're just like masks by themselves. That kind of harkens back to a bit of Majora's Mask. And some of these outfits will be related to, like this one, this headpiece here is a callback to Twilight Princess, which I think was one of their greatest titles before these two came out. So like my top 3 are definitely, like, if we account for nostalgia and don't put too much weight on like how good the game looks by comparison, I would I think Twilight Princess, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. That's just my rating for them, because Twilight Princess was great. It was pretty lengthy for a game, which is something that's kind of nice because there's a lot of games where you can beat them in a day. And yeah, if you're talking the last couple of titles, you think Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Skyward Sword, Twilight Princess, which are actually like kind of like canonical type games, part of the canon of the main story. I don't think you could finish them in a day. I mean, doing everything in the game, I don't think you can finish it in a day. You can if you cut corners and just try to do the main parts of the story, but they're just very story-rich games. Nintendo did pretty good with it. Especially when you talk about like Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. They really kind of got into this really deep story of it being like different, quite different, but also somehow very similar to what it's always been. But I think they've achieved that really well with the Zelda franchise in general, of having the story kind of like the bones of it be very similar while still being different enough to drive people to buy the titles, instead of it being like, oh, it's just another Zelda game. Because the other thing is, you do have a certain loyalty to it, but you run around trying to find callbacks to other games, like, oh, this is, you know, this is referring to this and this is referring to that. But I would say that I love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom because they're back to back. They, you know, they are definitely together, and I would love if they came out with a third one that came right after Tears of the Kingdom. But that's also because I want to know what happens after. I don't want to say too much and like ruin it in case you decide to watch other people's content or even get the game for yourself. But there's some stuff going on in this game that I really want a good resolution. Nintendo, I've been telling you this for multiple streams, but please resolve this Zelda Dragon situation in a way that we, the players, will actually like. But they've done a really good job of making it something where you kind of like keep playing it for a long time. The story is what makes the game, but there's a lot of side stuff that there is also for you to do that you want to do. Even if you try to play the game all the way through just to beat it, like there are very few people that'll start the game just to beat it and won't do all the extra stuff. So like for example, what I'm doing right now is trying to finish all the outfits. There's a lot of outfits that are from carryovers from Breath of the Wild, but there's a lot like this one that I'm wearing right now that is first appearance is this game. And so this one just helps you like have better control when you're skydiving. But then when you have outfits like this one that I just completed, which is the barbarian outfit, this one, actually I think this is a carryover from even before Breath of the Wild, but I don't remember where this made its first appearance. And there's 3 levels to this map, so it's almost like 3 games in one. So it lends itself to playing for a very long time. Alright, so we want the climbing gear, and I need the bandana. Climbing gear, chest piece, no, I need the bandana. The legs, I have the legs. I need the bandana. Headpiece, okay. The climber's bandana headpiece is inside of Ploymus Mountain Cave at the coordinates 3663, 0539, 0272. And if we find it on the map, that is in the Zora's domain, where we run into, I think that, so we'll go to the mountain, we'll travel here. It really is. It really is. I don't know that too many people would necessarily agree with this, Grave Robber, but I definitely agree that the side missions and the different outfits, because even when people don't necessarily, they may not be like, oh, that's a waste of time, but then you put all the gear on and then you have like specific traits that are just for that gear, and then suddenly it's like, oh, where did you get that? It's like effort. That's where I got it. I got it at effort. Ploymus Mountain Cave. So we're going somewhere out down here. Let's pin that so we don't lose our direction. I would say that there's probably a bit of a learning curve with this game if you're not used to playing like games that have a lot of mechanics. But if you were doing World of Warcraft, you're probably used to games with like dealing with games that have multiple different mechanics. Because I've had people say like this game seems really complicated, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, it kind of is if you're not used to gaming and you're not used to games that have like a lot of different mechanics. It can be quite hard. Let's see. There should be a cave around here. Let's just fight you guys. Because I mean, why not? We're already here. Alright, come on. My sages are not helping me. The only reason I'm doing this is because this guy gives it, like, he drops a horn, so you can make weapons, which is also awesome in this game that wasn't in the previous game. And I will actually finally make, I think I should be able to make something I've been wanting to make for a while, strictly for aesthetic purposes, like not even because I'm necessarily going to use it, but which one do I want to attach it to? Ooh, what do I want to destroy? I think, man, if I had an 8, not the blade, the bigger one, this one maybe. What's my best option? No, I don't want to use that one. I might regret this, but we'll do it. Okay. So now you have to do it completely. It was worth it. I regret nothing. I regret nothing. It was worth it. Absolutely worth it. And actually, let me see. Not that. What? Yeah. And what are my other options? I don't have any other bow options that would go better with that. I guess I'll just keep this one and call it worth it. It was worth it. Completely worth completely worth it. Cause I had another one, but it was shorter because it was a one-handed weapon. So you get one-handed weapons, dual-handed weapons, and then you get spears. And I had put it on a dual-handed weapon, not realizing that what I needed was a spear. Oh, stabby, stab, stab. Stabby. Stabby, stab, stab. I don't know if that's terms of service approved, but still said it. Where is this cave? Yeah. Aesthetics purposes, mostly. Oh, I need to attach something to this so it doesn't break. Excuse me. Let's get me some raw material to attach to that. What's my strongest? I haven't used this yet. Well, that looks interesting. Interesting. Alright, let's figure out again where this is. I think I have to go a little bit farther down. Do I have to go a little bit farther down? What are my coordinates right now? I'm at 3.7, and I need to be at 3.6. I need to go a little bit next level. I wish I could pick that up. Is it down here? Oh, there it is. You can also pick up ingredients in this game and make food, which I love. Or elixirs, so food will heal you and also can give you some special features, which I actually have. These are all my raw materials, but here's my cooked food. So here's an elixir, but then you can have bread and you can have, one of these days I'm actually gonna pre-record a video of just a bunch of these recipes. You got fun things like fish pie. You have this, which I refuse to eat. I got it somehow, and if you look at the recipe, it tells you what ingredients it needs, but it also tells you that you would only get 3 minutes of stuff time with it. But for some reason, this one that I received, I don't even remember from who, it gives me, I think I got it from Kilton actually. It gives me 30 minutes of stealth. So I refuse to eat this. But I also made cheesy bread, and you got this cute little salad, creamy heart soup. You got pizza, which pizza is new for this this game. They didn't have it last game. Crunchy fried rice. It's pretty fun. So there's a lot of different features that's not just fighting and finding outfits. There's also finding recipes. I think I need my sticky outfit actually, because it's very humid in here. I don't have the whole sticky outfit because the person who's supposed to get it to me is trifling. I said it, she is. Making me do all these extra missions and won't give me the outfit. That's the whole reason I'm doing the missions. I've already done like 12 or 13 missions for her, and somehow it's not enough to give me the full outfit. So she's trifling in my book. Especially, it's not like she's using the outfit. She's just got it in display on her office. Oh. See what? Oh. Okay. Go up. Ah. Do I have any sticky food? I only have one. My slip resistance is only 2 right now, so I guess I'll take it up to 3. That should be a little bit helpful. Not perfectly helpful, but just enough. Can I ascend? Actually, can I ascend from here? Can't? Oh, that sucks. This is annoying. Well, she would just give me the rest of the outfit, like, for real. Was this ice gonna melt? Or do I climb it? I am actually quite unsure. Guess we could see if it melts, or I could just read. Okay, there are a few times where you'll see a rock that you can stand on in between the ledges. If one of the ledges seems far away, try the one to the opposite side, which is a rule of thumb that saved me a few times. When you can, move to the right side of the cave and then paraglide to the left side once more as you're approaching. Okay, so I missed it apparently. Was it? Oh, there. Oh. Because wow. Okay, that was right in my face. Grab all of the bright crabs, because they are great. Oh no. Do I have any? No, that's topaz. Oh no. I don't have any smash. Okay. Yes, I need to get whatever's in here. Chest found through help from Polygon.com, not sponsored. You were writing a symphony. There's peace drowning out the voices. Tell me through all this chaos. You were writing a symphony. Oh, I missed one. How dare I? I apologize. Come into my infinity pocket. I didn't mean to disrespect you like that. There's always a down. Alright, put you away. Ooh. You say you're working everything for my good, and I am surprised that Teddy is not here. Teddy's always at my live streams. Feels weird. Is it maybe because the live stream's not working properly on Rumble? You get so used to the community that you build that it just feels so weird when somebody's missing. Hold on. Let me message him. This is a well, it feels weird to be on stream without him. It's like, Let me, Okay, I just had to let him know. Because like this message of like, it feels so weird to be live streaming without you. Since Rumble is being weird, it might just be that he didn't get a notification. Okay, so now we organize it. And now we have the full climbing outfit. So there's peace. And now, should I get another outfit or should I go power these guys up? I think I should power these guys up because I've just completed 2 of them, right? So maybe powering up would be the best option right now. Do I have enough ingredients is the question. Let's go figure that out. A little bit of teleportation action. This is how we quick travel. God, I miss my other Bluetooth. I think my couch ate it. Alright, let's go visit Le Ferry. So the other thing is you can also power up your outfits to give you better defense. You go to the ferries. So there's 2 types of ferries now. There's the ferry that brings you back to life when you die, where you keep that as an ingredient in what I like to call your infinity pocket. Where is it? Do I have any? So I died recently a couple of times, so there's one. So you have these classic Zelda ferries. No, Teddy's he's part of my community and he's another content creator, so he does generally get the notifications, but he might only have notifications turned on Rumble, and Rumble actually is my Rumble stream is being weird. Yeah. Makes sense for you, Grey Robber, that you wouldn't get the notifications because you're driving and you're being safe. Thank you. Greatly appreciate safe drivers. Because I'm in Pennsylvania and we have a lot of crazy drivers that really should have their driver's license rescinded. But, I mean, you might have heard about our issue with 95 recently. Teddy's usually in my Rumble stream. He subscribes to all of my channels, but I don't actually know if he has notification turned on for all the other platforms. And I've already checked multiple times that on Rumble, my stream didn't populate right for some reason, so I am going to have to go in there after the fact and just like upload the, I'm gonna have to go in there after the fact and upload the... Man, that sucks. There's like 3 people. It says that there's 3 people on, but when I open it on like my browser, it says that it's not done loading. So for some reason, it's having issues on Rumble. So I just messaged him off platform. I was like, it feels weird that you're not here. Well, you saw our road issues. Did you drive on 95, by the way? Because I don't know how confident I feel about it. Like, good on them. Sort of, look, okay, that's a lie. I don't believe that. Good on them. How is it that 95, they've been working on it forever? Forever! I haven't lived here my entire life. I've lived here for, like, since 2013. December 2012, basically 2013. 95 is always under construction, so I don't know how confident I feel about this major repair that allegedly somehow they were able to accomplish in a month. Because it's like, if you can accomplish it in a month, why is 95 always under construction? So either y'all being a little sus with all these repairs, you know, air quotes, repairs or air quotes, rebuilding. Something is just suspect. I'm sorry. It's just a little weird to me that it's always under construction, but then somehow now we're like miraculously able to... Somehow they're miraculously able to have it drivable again within like a month. I don't know how confident I feel about that repair. And if the repair is good, then I don't know how confident I feel about our Department of Transportation that they, and highways and transportation, that they are always like fixing it or under construction. Like, why does it take you so long? Obviously Y'all just proved it doesn't have to take you that long. So either they did a trashy repair, or they mess with the highway for no good reason for extended periods of time, and it doesn't need to be that long. I'm just saying. Any way you look at it, it's a little odd. It's a little odd. Alright. What other outfits is this? I don't have any other outfits. Okay, it's fine. It's fine because the fairies nowadays, so they have two fairies. There's one fairy that is the classic Zelda fairies that, you know, kind of just bring you back to life when you die. And there's these other giant fairies that they upgrade your outfits. You are constantly subjected to SA by these. See, I'm not the only one. I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I find the whole 95 issue a little sus, because it's like, either y'all have been able to repair it this quickly all along, or this repair is a little questionable. So if you're telling me that the repair is not questionable, then I would say, why does it take you so long to do everything else? My thoughts. Alright, what other outfit? Ooh, the rubber armor. Tears of the Kingdom. Rubber armor. Wait, are you driving right now, or are you just listening to the stream? Because if you're listening, then I'll narrate a lot more. I'm a bit of a weirdo in that way. I don't have a problem narrating my life. So that's why I actually really enjoy live streaming. It feels kind of natural to a certain degree. I don't run around narrating my life. I just don't find it weird if I happen to have to. It doesn't make sense. That's why I said it's weird. But hold on. I will be right back shortly. Let me close the door to my recording space. Oh, you're here. Sleep out. Should I be in here then? You can, but can you take the towels off and close the door, please? It's bothering Mom. Okay, 11 is not too quick. Go bathroom. Did you go bathroom? You say goodnight? Yeah, but should I go bathroom again? If you need to. Oh, well, you can chat. Yes, my darling. Oh, okay. Yeah, close the door. Thank you. Apologies for the interruption. Well, because it was bothering her. Because everything I do bothers her. That's not true. I'm exaggerating. I'm being facetious. Everything I do doesn't bother her. It's just that she wants everybody to like acquiesce to her standard and her timeline. So on the days that she's not tired, she is my mom. I'm Hispanic and we're multi-generational in our household. If she doesn't feel tired, she doesn't care if everybody else is up midnight, 1 a.m. Like, it's irrelevant to her. But if she's tired, then all of a sudden it's a problem, and she's making complaints and stuff about, oh, it's too late for y'all to be awake and whatever. Having conversations, or even if I'm streaming, because my child won't go to sleep unless I'm there to like pray with him and then listen to bedtime music, and then I can leave and go back to whatever I need to do on my own. Knowing that he won't go to sleep if I'm not next to him, then she'll just be like, oh, if she feels like going to sleep early, she's like, oh, we need to go to sleep early. But if she feels like going to sleep at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, she kind of doesn't care as much. So I do get frustrated because it's a double standard based on how she feels. So I'm going to do one more outfit. Let's see, what's this one? And then call it a night. The headpiece. I don't even remember what the rubber helm looks like. Is it going to be weird? Poplar Foothills Skyview Tower. The feet dangling might be a problem, sir. I don't want you accidentally knocking on the wall and stuff. So yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate your cooperation. Alright, let's look at the map. Well, I mean, also, it's not just a Hispanic thing. I know that the best outcome for my child is to have a more stable family unit, including a good, awesome, outstanding male figure, which is my dad. My dad's the best. He's my hero. Okay, great. So you do understand. It's like, it took me a while to get comfortable with it again, because I was kind of just like, so westernized. But, you know, I came to the understanding that it's not about me anymore. Like, once you become a parent, it's really not about you anymore. And you gotta look at what's the best option for your children. And since things did not work out with his dad, then I need to choose the next best option, and I would say that that would be my dad, being his stable male figure, which, you know, por ende means I'm living with my parents. I've moved back in with my parents. It's not always bad, but, you know, I would say it's 70% good. So it's mostly good. But obviously, fully formed adults are still gonna have points where they clash. That's understandable. I need to glide all the way over here somewhere. Like, I think it's like here. And that'll be the last piece that I do for tonight. Because I'm not trying to create any unnecessary friction. So, that's interesting, Grave Robber. How did you... If you're willing to share, yeah, actually, I'll wait on my question. I don't love it. It's not a large enough space to where everybody's like fully comfortable, the house is, but I just came to the realization in stages, but I came to the realization long ago. Actually, to me, it was kind of inherent in certain areas, to certain respects, that life wasn't just mine. My life wasn't mine anymore. I mean, having kids is, you have to be really selfless. You have to learn about selflessness, and the well-being of the children is the most important thing, so that sometimes means you give up on pride and I mean, what does pride get you though? Like, at the end of your travels, al final de la jornada, what does pride even get you? Because when I think by comparison, a little bit of sacrifice of my pride and, you know, my fees, and I'm giving my son, I'm helping him to have a lower likelihood of becoming a negative statistic because he's had a dad figure, a good, respectable, stable dad figure in his life, his entire life, as far back as he can remember. Like, the benefits to that, like, far outweighs any, and I don't even think there are necessarily any benefits to pride, but if there were, I don't think it would outclass the benefits of the kind of life that my son is having, by the fact that, you know, And it's a lot of things that stack together. It's not just like, oh, there's a man in the household, so things are automatically better. No, my dad's outstanding. My dad's amazing. He's the best. I randomly say thank you to him because he's just great. Like a lot of my logic, I know that I get it from my dad, and my dad and I actually like click really well because we click a lot more than he does with my brother, actually, because I took on a lot more of my dad's logic brain than and I absorbed it a lot more, I would say, than what my brother did. So like there's a lot of times where my younger brother will kind of like not get it, and me and my dad are just kind of like, how do you not get it? And my younger brother and my mom would be like we just look at them like, how are we all related? There's no love lost, but it's just like, you know, my dad and I are my mom and I are, or my brother and my dad are. Well, yeah, but that is true, grave robber. Pride does have its benefits, but I mean, like, the pride of being like, oh, I'm too proud to go back home. So having, and I do want, like, having pride in your presentation, and some of it is it pride or is it respect? Like, do you respect your last name? Is that pride or is that respect? What is this? It is A. But yeah, I definitely see what you mean though about pride does have some benefits. But I think I was thinking of it more in terms of it hurting your pride to do something like going back to your parents' house in a situation like mine. And now, granted, I'm not here for free. My parents don't pay for any of my stuff, and I pay rent, and I also cover some of the utilities by myself. If I have any complications, the expectation is that I take care of it, and if I absolutely can't, yeah, I can talk to my parents about it. I can talk to my dad. But I would say, like, just in general, there isn't, like, it's not like the easy free ride. I don't get. But I do get the freedom of not being alone with my son. And actually, there's also something else that I didn't realize would even be an issue until I had to live it for myself, and I was like, I'm so surprised that this is even a thing. I was at a job, and there was a guy there who was, like, he just assumed, I don't know, that he was talking to me, somewhat getting to know me, and I'm I'm crazy about my kid. I love this kid. Like, honestly, the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I generally mention that pretty early on in any conversation. I mention my sweet child. And so this guy starts flirting with me, and he's like, I guess he assumed because I talked about my son that I live by myself. And he's like, yeah, so like, can I come over to your place? And I'm just like, I mean, we can ask my parents if they're cool with that, and yeah, you want to like get to know my family or whatever. So that's obviously not what he meant. I knew that's not what he was trying to get at. But there was just a certain level of not even thinking that he had any kind of chance to do anything. As soon as I said I live with my dad, I guess. I could ask him for permission if you want to, like, hang out. Like, just his expectation, like, oh, you're a single mom living by yourself. And as soon as I said, I don't live by myself, like, you have to clear anything with my dad. There was just, oh, okay, well, no, he didn't completely back away, but he pretty much just, like, different environment completely. There's just a certain level, I've noticed there's a certain level of disrespect that you don't have to encounter as much. You don't have to continue dealing with when you're just like, oh yeah, I live with my parents. Because that whole, oh, I can come over, we can hang out at your place, immediately goes out the window. Like, no, we can't. I mean, we could, but it's gonna be like all of us. Alright, I'm going to get stealthy real quick so I could catch that lizard, because the blue lizards are actually the best ingredient, and I'm so sad that I lost that other one. That heard me coming and ran away. So let me put some stealth clothes on. Catch it. I wish I had more than one. It is by far the best lizard in the game. Are there any more on this side? That'd be great if there were. Oh no, there aren't. Yeah, that's a lot of lightning. Alright, where to teleport to next? Put that ingredient away. Woof, man, it is sounding like something's actually gonna happen. Because there was like some rolling thunder action earlier today, and then nothing happened. Like a drizzle. At one point, it was doing the rolling thunder sounds, and nothing happened. There was barely any wind.
None of the clouds even look dark.
They don't look dark
Earlier.
Oh, earlier. Almost doesn't count. Alright, so now we've completed the climbing outfit. Oh, did it? Yeah, the days have been weird recently. They've been tricking you, almost like it's going to rain, but then it doesn't. It's been so hot too. Hey, why isn't this? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so we finished the barbarian outfit. We finished the climbing outfit. And we got one more piece of the rubber outfit. Teddy! Hello, you are. I figured that maybe you didn't get a notification because Rumble's being weird and it's not loading. I'm gonna have to grab this recording and upload it to Rumble later. I had a Rumble rant stream earlier, but it didn't have any issues. I have no idea why Rumble's not working. I really have no idea. I went on Streamlabs and I changed all the settings and I put in all the URL information for the current stream, but it just didn't work, so I'm gonna have to just like back end it, upload it after the fact. It's unfortunate because my Rumble rant from earlier really did not have any issues. I didn't send it that long ago. And I was saying, oh, I'm sorry. You were getting ready to go to sleep. You should have just stayed sleeping. I would have been fine. I just felt weird. I was like, Teddy's not here. That's so weird. Because you weren't at my Rumble rant either. So I was like, Teddy must be having a busy day today. It hasn't been anything really important today. But we did go and we got the rubber helm. I got the climber's bandana, which I was also missing. And the barbarian leg wraps. I think that's all I've gotten today so far. Also some tangents and the weather. How's the weather in your neck of the woods? Because our neck of the woods is trying to say like there's gonna be a storm. Oh. Did you guys have a lot of orders at the store? Close the door a little bit more. I mean, close the window a little bit more.
It's the door to the outside.
It is a door to the outside. It's a tiny door to the outside. Yeah, it was sounding like it was gonna rain, but then it didn't. It was like rolling thunder and then, surprise, no rain. I actually didn't stream earlier today because I sat down. I came upstairs, I sat down, and the next thing you know, I woke up like just like sweating, and I was like, what is happening? I'm dying. Where am I? What day is it?
Wait, what?
When I told you earlier that I passed out, like I meant literally. Like I didn't fall asleep. I just like kind of fainted from the heat. That's why it took that's why it took me so long to move. That's why I was here doing nothing for so long. It wasn't by choice. It was literally just like I couldn't function because I was dehydrated and overheated. I'm okay now, sort of. I need to drink more water. Severely dehydrated. Okay, so that's how we got the... Okay, rubber armor piece location. The rubber tights are in the cave in Horon Lagoon, which is east of Lanayru Reservoir. If you visited the Applejack Shrine or Yomizuk Shrine, fast travel back to them for easy access. And if we look on the map, that is... east of Lanayru? Yeah, I didn't fall asleep on purpose. I kind of just passed out. Oh, we're over here. It's just that the picture here on polygon.com, not sponsored, still has the damaged water, and I've already repaired the water issue here. So it says Applejack. Is this Applejack? It is Applejack. Ooh, it's raining. I can feel some drippity drips coming through. I want to close the window all the way though, because like the breeze coming in from it feels so nice. The fan is so much better now because it's like cold. I don't like the cold, but I do like a cool breeze and being under the blanket. Alright, so we're going into like this area here. Pin it so I don't lose the direction. Ooh. So nice. Breezy. Wish it had been breezy all day. Ooh, I wonder if the window's closed downstairs. Yeah. Could you go check? And bring me up a water bottle, please? No, from the fridge. No, not from... Oh, unless there's one that'll turn to slush when you hit it. I don't know if y'all are picking that up, but the world is raging outside. Hold on. I'm gonna move my microphone.
Oh my goodness. Wait, so you're...
Weather is happening. I think I need to hurry up and wrap this up because when it gets that bad, sometimes the electricity will flicker and I might lose internet. So it's fine if you just don't go downstairs. It does sound like good sleeping weather. Except that sweet child doesn't like this weather, so it does actually make him panic a little bit. The warp charger? I have it on my phone. Here, you could borrow it. Wait, is my external charged? No, the external is charging in case I need it later. Oh wow, I'm gonna have to close it. Oh, that is heating. I had about, let's see, like about this much of the window open, and then I closed it to about this much of the window being open, and it just got so intense that it was somehow still getting in, and I have all my electronics by the window, so it's like, no. Even if I do like the wind and a little bit of the rain falling on my face, my electronics don't. Yes, darling, go ahead. I know you don't like this weather. It's fine. He gets nervous. electrical issues. So that's always the most annoying. Waiting for the electrical company. Yeah, he doesn't like inclement weather. He's not the most fond of it. But part of that is because... Okay, one of my screens just went out. Oh, it came back. That's so random because there was only one of my screens that just went black. I'm like, it's my secondary display too, so it's kind of lost. Part of it is, a big chunk of it is because he likes watching things about weather. Unfortunately, the issue with knowledge is that knowledge comes with knowledge. Knowledge can be quite problematic. It's not all great. There's a certain level of the pain of the corruption of knowledge that, you know, you can easily tie it back to the biblical perspective of why the tree of knowledge of good and evil was a bad thing. It's not like, it's not a, oh, I want you to be dumb thing. It's just that there's a certain level of despair that comes with knowledge because truth is scary. It can be. Even though the possibility of something is not equivalent to the probability of it, just knowing that it could happen. It's a lot scarier than if you don't know. Is this a Korok? It is not. How unfortunate. Sticky outfit. Oh, okay. Let's see. Sticky outfit. Oh, my fantasy, my Oh, so also, Grave, if you decide to become a regular, we do something on my channel, and by we I mean me, called karaoke that nobody asked for. Well, two people have asked for it. Teddy asks for it sometimes, and CK, who is often a regular on my stream, who's not here today, has on one occasion requested the karaoke. But it's kind of how I fill the dead spaces, because I don't always have something to talk about. And if the community is interacting with me, it does make it a little bit easier, of course, because then it turns into a conversation instead of a monologue. Not that I can't monologue for a long time. There's something about taking improv acting and drama that makes it a little bit easier to monologue. Yes, Teddy, every time, that used to be like part of my thing of like the karaoke that nobody asked for. So then Teddy would be like, well, I'm asking for it. I'm like, you're just doing that. Antes de olvidar. Oh wait, is the wind supposed to take me to the place I already just finished going to? More than likely. I did it backwards. But I mean, yeah. Bees like that sometimes. Nice. Yes, thank you, Minerva's Robot. Good job coming in and helping out. It was, you know what, Teddy? Oh, well, thank you. Sometimes it sounds halfway decent. I definitely will admit that. That's not tooting my own horn, and just know that on occasion my singing is not half bad. Thank you for the community of it. Oh, the old school? Yeah. I don't know, sometimes I don't, well, yeah. It's fine. We're old, it's fine. Like, it gives us a certain amount of strength to be a little aged. Because if I had been younger, I probably would have taken it to heart when that kid was in here trolling last time. And it was just kind of like, It's kind of just a joke though, because CK, I could tell that CK's younger, but he's like, no, I'm just annoyed, and I'm like, look, he can't troll me worse than Father Time. Like, that was it. That's not rehearsed. That's really how I felt in that moment. I was like, yeah, this kid can't troll me worse than Midlife Crisis. Get back to me in a couple of years. That's not to say that I'm like horribly fearful of getting older, but I don't look forward to it. I'm geriatric enough as it is. I am old. But Teddy and I are from the same generation, so I guess I should stop saying that, because if I say I'm old, then that by proxy means that he's old, and I don't know how he feels about that. I'm 37. So I say, by comparison, I would say I am aged. And so there was this young person, I assume it's a young person, or an emotionally stunted adult, cognitively stunted adult, that was in the stream a couple of days ago, and they were trolling and trying to say like, oh, nobody cares about your conversation, nobody cares about any of your, like, I was making reference, I was doing a callback to something that we had talked about previously that had to do with my son, and it, like, this person was going hard. They were really trying to make me feel bad, and I'm just like, one of my community members, one of my followers, he was like, oh, you could just leave, you don't have to come back. And I was telling him, like, yeah, he is being rude and he's trolling, but like, you can't troll me harder than Father Time. And also, you can't be a savage as my son. Like, Grave, you don't understand. Like, my son is a savage, and I don't mind, because he's not disrespectful, and when he does cross the line where the line of respectfulness, I do let him know immediately, like, you went too far. You've crossed over to the line of disrespect. So I do keep him, I do talk to him and keep him in line. But, yeah, but he's a savage. Well, I look very Hispanic for my age. We have some pretty decent genes. Well, there's a certain, there's degrees to it. So one thing is, my son's not malicious, so that's one of the reasons why I permit it. And when he does cross the line into disrespect, I immediately correct him. I'm like, no, sir, that's disrespectful. That's not comedic. You're just being disrespectful right now. And this is where it differs from when you're being funny. Because that's the only way he's going to learn boundaries. And when it's going too far. Kids don't inherently know when they're going too far. Unless you, as the adult, let them know. Like, hey, I know it's funny when we say this and this, but at this moment when you said this, you took it too far. And at this point, like, he doesn't take it too far. I don't have to correct him very much now, because my son's almost 12, so, like, by now he's had a lot of experience in me curbing him, like, you went a little bit too far. Yeah, he's quite cautious. But, yeah, but no, my son's a savage. But I think it's also because a lot of parents nowadays do create the space where kids can have a little bit more honesty instead of just thinking the things. Actually, that was the Rumble rant that I had today, because he accidentally crossed the line and I immediately went to go correct him. So I didn't rant about what had happened with him. Like, my Rumble rant was about how too many women don't make sure that they're catching their kids as soon as they hear them say something that's inappropriate or disrespectful, especially to, like, the men in their lives. That's fine. My dad just messaged me. He's like, don't forget to close your window. And I'm like, yes, sir. I already closed it. because he did have to replace the wall from mold a while back, because I would leave my window like ajar and like rain would come in and water would just drip down. A couple of years of that, it ended up causing mold and he had to replace a whole wall. I love my dad. My dad's the greatest. But anyways, I went on this whole rant because I had this epiphany when I heard my son say something mildly out of pocket. It was mildly. It wasn't like severe, but like it's unacceptable, and I couldn't accept him just doing that and me not correcting it. So like I got downstairs in an instant. I almost teleported quicker than you would teleport using a shrine, and I told him, I'm like, stop what you're doing, pause your video, look at me, eye contact, do not disrespect your grandfather like that. And he was just like, I didn't disrespect him. And I told him, you said this, that was disrespectful. He's like, no, I wasn't being. I'm like, you may not think it was, but it was. This is how you should have spoken to him. This is what you should have done, and this is why this was an inappropriate situation where you were disrespectful. And we went off into a little bit of a tangent because he was a little frustrated because he genuinely didn't think he was being disrespectful. So it escalated slightly. And by escalating, it means that he was just being like kind of not focusing on me. I'm like, and you know what? You're being disrespectful right now. You're being disrespectful to me right now because I'm having a conversation with you explaining something that you did wrong and how you can make it better in the future, and you're not paying attention. And if you're going to be disrespectful to me, then you can get ready to not have electronics for the rest of the evening. And he immediately was like, no. Like, he immediately got in line and was like, no, how am I being disrespectful? And I explained to him what he was doing, and I said, now, if I did that to you in a similar situation, would you appreciate that? And he's like, no. I'm like, would you feel disrespected? And he was like, yeah, kind of. And I'm like, okay, so then what you're doing right now, yeah, I teleported downstairs faster than to a shrine. You don't understand. I don't even know how I got downstairs so quickly, because it was a situation where basically my dog will rub up against furniture. He has to wear dog wraps because he'll still mark. He's not fixed. I don't want to get him fixed. He's almost 10 years old. I'm like, I don't want to do that to him. I might have to eventually because it's getting expensive on the diapers. He'll rub up against the furniture until it comes off. And so my dad, I was upstairs, everybody else was downstairs. My dad walks by, sees the dog without a diaper, says, hey, John, the dog doesn't have a diaper. He must have taken it off. So then John says, oh, put him in his kennel. You're right there. You're closer. And he wasn't like severely disrespectful, but just the content of that sentence, I was like, what? I just like, I flew downstairs. I was downstairs instantaneously from when I heard that. Now, I thought that my dad had gone outside, because I was waiting to see, I had to leave room to see if my dad was going to say anything. But he didn't say anything. I heard the kennel, so I knew that my dad had put the dog away, and then I heard a door, and I thought he had gone into the backyard. So like, as soon as I kind of perceived that my dad wasn't there anymore, I went down there and I was like, talk to my son. I'm like, no, you can say, Papa, since you're closer, could you please put the dog in his kennel? But whose dog is that? And he's like, mine. I'm like, then whose responsibility is that? He's like, mine. But he was closer. I'm like, I don't care if he was closer. There is an appropriate way to ask for someone's assistance, and they don't have to assist you because that dog is not his. That is your dog. And yeah, I honestly don't, like, from when I heard that happening and like the kennel, and it all processed in my mind that my son had just said to my dad, put him in the kennel, you're closer. I was just like, did I just did that just happen? Like, I had that moment of kind of like not believing what had just happened, and then as soon as it sunk in, it was like, no, not in this house. No, no, sir. Where do you find the rest of this? I think I gotta buy all of this, right? That you always dream of the moon. And I didn't yell at him. I wasn't disrespectful to him either while I'm talking about that, because I wasn't like, how do you admonish someone about being disrespectful while disrespecting them? That's ridiculous. That wouldn't make sense. Okay, the radiant armor in Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is in Kakariko Village. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, because he's, you know, granddads are a lot more lenient with their grandkids. And I think sometimes he kind of like, he's just a lot more lenient because he's got granddad vibes. And sometimes he also doesn't do things because he doesn't want to like step on my toes. But that's also part of the reason why I paused, because I was like, I don't want to step on his toes. Let me wait to see if he's gonna correct him. Because like when my dad corrects my son, I wait a small amount of time and then I go, I'm like, don't let Papa have to say that to you again. He shouldn't have had to say that to you in the first place. You know better. And it's not to like try and assert any dominance, but it's just so that my son understands that I'm 100% behind whatever my dad says. Like, don't ever think that you're going to be able to like take sides. There's no such thing here. Not in my house. That got me confused with somebody else. He tried to do that one time and he was like, Papa took my phone away. I'm like, well, what did you do wrong? And I also did not retrieve the phone from him. I'm like, no, I don't care if I'm the one who pays for that phone. My dad took the phone away. There was a reason behind it. I went and I had a talk with my dad, and my dad, you know, he told me why and what he did and why he did what he did, and I was completely in agreement with him. And I asked him, actually, not so much. I asked him what happened. He told me. And then I said, okay, what are the time constraints? Like, when is it acceptable for him to use the phone? When is it not acceptable? Because I'm not going to, like, sit here and be like, oh, I'm going to challenge my dad in his own house. Like, what? Level of disrespect that would be. It's ridiculous. He had a valid reason, too. The only thing is, I did get the short end of the stick, though. Hey, Scott, welcome back. Oh, I'm sorry. My dad has been with me since I was right before I turned 7, I think. And I constantly tell him, like, I'm so glad that you didn't leave. Because, you know, my mom's a handful. I tell him all the time, I'm like, thank you for staying. Ooh, gourmet meat curry. I'd never made that. Nice. So today, Scott, we are just talking and getting outfits. So far, I got this Lucha Libre one. Finished getting this Lucha Libre one. I didn't have the bottoms or the headgear. Well, okay, so here's the thing, Teddy. He is potty trained. But he's also aggressively marking. And I think it's because the couch that we got, it was a new with tags, but we got it from Habitat for Humanity Restore, and they claimed that it was a business that was going out of business and had given them their inventory, and that it was new. It still had the tags on it. So, you know, the living room, the couch and love seat were purchased under the assumption that we were the first owners. We have come now to realize that it's likely that we weren't, because that's the only place my dog will go mark. So that's why I call it marking and not so much like he's not potty trained, because he won't go pee anywhere else in the house. He will just pee on the legs of of the couch. Yeah, this is what it turned into. I didn't know what live streaming was gonna turn into for me, Grave, because I'd been doing pre-recorded content on YouTube inconsistently since 2016, but then I kind of just decided for Tears of the Kingdom, I was like, I'm gonna stream this, and that started May 12th, and been doing it 6 days out of the week since then. Pretty much it's been 6. I think the first week I streamed without any breaks, but then starting the second week I started taking 1 day off. It's generally Saturday. Life does happen, and like this week, for example, that just passed, I took Friday off instead. And generally I do like a morning stream. I try to do an earlier stream and an afternoon stream. I don't generally stream this late. Yeah, I think he does, Scott. I think he does smell another dog. That's the only thing that really makes sense. I don't usually stream this late, but because I genuinely feel like I passed out today, not like I took a nap. Because when I woke up, I felt like I was dead, like, and I almost immediately passed back out. Like the first time I fell asleep, it was like I was sitting down, and the next thing you know, it's been like 40 minutes, and I'm like, when did I even fall asleep? And I was like drenched in sweat and feeling dehydrated and uncomfortable, and I'm like, it's so hot. Oh god. And then I wanted to get up, but I didn't have enough energy to get up, and then suddenly like my lids started feeling heavy, and I kind of just collapsed again. My nose is itchy, like just right here. It's really uncomfortable. So outfit wise, Scott, we got this bandana, these leg warmers, this lucha libre mask, and the pants to go with it, because I already had this. And I think that's all we've accomplished today, but since the last time you were on stream, I did complete this one, the frostbite outfit. And I also completed the Yiga outfit and dyed it. The Yiga do get confused and still see me as a Yiga, even though it's a different color. And I also acquired this from the Yiga. And I acquired a new power. Oh wait, it only works when I don't have any weapons equipped, right? I acquired this from the Yiga. And I like it. Also, my dog's almost 10, so I kind of don't want to do that to him this late in the game. This is more than likely we'll get new furniture in the next year or so. We are seriously talking, like, considering about moving to a bigger house, probably further south. So it almost doesn't even make sense at this stage in the game. Like, we've had him since he was 7 weeks old. So like, get him fixed now when he's almost 10, it's like, it doesn't even feel right. It feels cruel. Cruel and unusual punishment. I'm considering it though. There's a chance that I might do it because getting those wraps is getting expensive. And also, they're not that great because if I want to let him be out all day, he's got to wear a wrap all day, and it gives him like rashes. So, I do feel bad for him in that regard. What other outfits do only need one piece? What time is it? 11:48. Okay, I think I can maybe find one more piece before I call it. What do I only need one more piece for? Oh, yeah. Also this. I finished this today, Scott. I like warm weather. I don't like hot weather. Like I like winter, spring, and spring, summer. Well, no, not spring, summer, because that's too hot. Summer, fall. I like spring and summer, fall. I'm happy at like between 69 to like 74 degrees and a breeze. I would love to live in the Canary Islands, actually. You know what? I can just buy this, so that'll be quick and easy. I don't need it, but it'll complete the outfit, so I might as well. Which is interesting, because I'm Caribbean, and I was like born in Dominican Republic, and I lived there until I was 6. But I don't like the heat. I don't like 80 degrees. 80 degrees, like why does anybody need that? That's like, no, that's so uncomfortable. I can deal with it. I mean, when I was in Kuwait, we were having like 130 degree weather. Like temperatures would be like 130 degrees, and you know, there's like alarms going off and announcements telling you to stay inside. But and I was fine with that because it's a dry heat, but I didn't like it. You have a good night too, Grave. I'm sorry. I got dyslexic there. I mixed the grave robber all together. But yeah, I hope I'm able to see you again. And I do oftentimes keep talking, or the karaoke that few people have asked for. So if you just need to hear something in the background. Also, if you do want to just hear consistent talking, you can check me out on Rumble. It's rumble.com/NataliaInez, and my Rumble rants are exclusively on Rumble, and it's just talking, no gameplay. And I have some of my more controversial takes, which I wouldn't be able to put on stuff like YouTube and stuff, because I don't want to get canceled. And those are crazy thoughts like accountability. I know it's kryptonite, but you know, it's crazy. Agreed. Humidity does make it worse. But also have a great night, Grave. Yes, I look forward to having you as part of our community, where we rarely get trolls, but sometimes we do. 2 times we've gotten 2 trolls so far, so I guess that's some pretty good odds so far. Have a safe drive. Alright, I'm going to buy the bottoms for this and call it a night, because it is almost midnight here. I'm on the East Coast. I don't have enough money. Oh no, hold on. I have some diamonds in my infinity pocket. Let's resolve this money issue. Oh, I think it's allergies, because now it's like my whole... Man, I'm gonna have to clean out the fan. I cleaned it out before I put it away. At the end of fall. I guess it got some dust on the inside of it while it was stored. My nose is very itchy now. Get some money in my pocket. Yeah, humidity. I cannot agree more about humidity. Humidity is terrible. Because sometimes I don't take humidity into consideration. I forget about it, Scott, and I'll be thinking like, why was I able to deal with like 130 degree weather, 120 to 130 degree weather while I was in Kuwait, and now I can't even deal with like 80 degrees, because I forget that it's like the difference between dry heat. I greatly recommend it. I have a great time. You know what I really like about it? It's that it's also portable. So this is the Switch is probably the first console that Nintendo made that it's something to play at home, but you can also take it with you. Because I don't know if this is gonna mess everything up. This might mess things up, so I apologize if I mess up the stream. But this is the Switch. And to give you an idea, this is like a regular 16-ounce water bottle. So it's very portable. So not only is it good as a console at home, but you can also take it with you, like if you're traveling or something. I'm planning on taking it with me whenever I do finally get around to rescheduling my vacation. It's a little bit more fun than just like being on your... Yeah, I definitely understand that. I currently have the OLED model, which is the upgraded one. That is, what's the OLED right now? Like 350? But I didn't just get it outright. So my previous one, OLED. Yeah, so the OLED is 350, but if you get the other version, I think it is just the 300. But I had the original version of the Switch when because they've had two. They had the Switch, and then they had the Switch with the slightly better battery, and then now they have the Switch OLED. And pretty much what you would be able to find right now, brand new in box, would be the Switch with the slightly better battery than the original, and the Switch OLED. And I upgraded to the OLED by trading in my old one, so I didn't pay like $350. I think I paid like after trading it in. I think I paid like $125 on top of. Yeah, but I mean, are they actually going to do that, and when? Because they're not giving any ideas of when it might actually. They're not making any commitments, so I don't know where the struggle is, because I know that there was a leak a while back of them requesting a new processor, I think, video processing chip from NVIDIA that was more upgraded than the one that the OLED has. I think that's what it was. And so people were speculating that was for the new, that they were coming out with a new iteration of the Switch. But we have like no idea when that might actually be. I don't think they'd be trying to come up with a side console, so it makes sense that it would be for like the next version of the Switch, but at the same time it's like, when is that actually gonna happen? Okay, can you just smash it, please? Because I need the wood. Woot. But I do hope that whenever they decide to come out with a new console, they give us a good enough warning so that you could, like, people like me can put it into the budget. Because if they just give, like, they announce it on, like, a Nintendo Direct, and then it's like, by the way, we're coming out with this in, like, a month, I would be like, no, Nintendo, I need like 6 months. You need to tell me like 6 months in advance, so I could put it in the budget, set money aside for it. Ideally, I would prefer to just be in the situation financially where I could be like, oh yeah, 2 weeks, I could totally figure that out in the budget in 2 weeks. I'm not there yet. Because even with the upgrade to the OLED, I was only able to do it because I had a disbursement from college that I wasn't even expecting. Like, it was totally unexpected. I was like, oh, I didn't know this was happening. I took care of bills first, and then I had enough money left over that I could afford to do the trade-in. But that was kind of like by chance. Well, I don't really play. I'm not really into the Pokemon franchise that much. Agreed. I am not. And neither are you, actually, because you like asked me to get you the Pokemon thing. Not the most recent one. It was like Sword and Shield, and you didn't even finish playing it. I think you played it because I bought it for you. I didn't buy it for myself, sir. I bought it for you. Yeah. You asked me to buy it for you. Yeah, rumors, you just never know when they are good enough to I mean, there is a high chance, to be completely honest. Okay, you know what? If I let the logic side of my brain take over, there is a high likelihood that there is an eventuality where there will be a newer version of the Switch. A newer, better version of the Switch. And it might even go up to 4K, which would be great, because a lot of these games, which is like, I look at them and I'm like, man, these would be great if we could see it in 4K, especially the Zelda games. I should, in all actuality, just start setting money aside. Like $10. Even if it's just $10 or $20 every month, just set it aside. Because I know it's coming. Alright, I think I've achieved enough outfit acquisitions. I've completed, finally, the Rito one. Oh, is it? That sucks. Well, I'm sorry. Please don't make so much noise. Thank you.
Because it's kind of the option of making a good bit over time or just a lot suddenly.
That sucks about the app. I haven't even downloaded the app. Oh, I still have it, actually. I still have our Wii U. I don't get rid of our consoles. The only way we get rid of consoles is if we, like, give them to another family member. But I think we even still have the GameCube somewhere in the attic. I know the Wii U was mine. That's in Uncle's room. I am the owner of the last Wii U that we had in the house, so I know where it is and where all its games are and all its, like, appendages and accoutrement. It is. I have it all stored together, but I know we also had the N64, but the N64 had been my brother's, and he left it, my eldest brother, he had left it behind and eventually found its way back to him in Dominican Republic. He keeps it in his summer home because he's bougie like that. He's got they have a holiday house over there. It makes me think sometimes that I chose the wrong place to stay, because they have like their main house and then they have like he's got like a farming property, like it's a huge property, and he only uses it for like farming sort of and keeping some livestock, and then he has like a holiday home, and I'm like, I think I opted to stay in the wrong place, but I don't know. My nose is so itchy. I'm gonna have to take this fan apart tomorrow and clean it all from the inside, and I don't like it because the last time I did that I ended up accidentally dropping one of the screws inside of it and not being able to retrieve it. So now when I put it on rotation, it makes a lot more noise than it needs to, which is unfortunate, but it's making my nose really itchy, so I'm not gonna have a choice. Anyways, I have found I have completed a lot of outfits today. By virtue of purchasing, we completed the snow quill trouser, the snow quill outfit, and the radiant outfit. By virtue of Polygon.com, not sponsored, giving us the information for the locations of it, I was able to complete the rubber outfit and the climber's outfit and the barbarian outfit. And that's all we completed today, right? I think that's all I completed today. And I did randomly fight to be able to make this, which was absolutely doesn't look as good in this clothes. Let's change the clothes. Totally worth it to get into that fight just for this. Yes, look at that, look at that. Did you just get scared because I changed my clothes? It is a little bit scary, I agree, but I'm gonna call it a night. Oh no, wait, I gotta call it a morning. I will see you guys later today. My nose is so itchy. If the weather is not excruciating during the day the way it was yesterday, I will try to return to my early in the day stream and later in the afternoon stream. I'm going to stop exercising avoidant behavior with the Pikmin 3 and just complete the final day and fight the boss battle. And I'm going to then move on to the side stories eventually with the Pikmin, and also get morning. Yeah, it's morning. It's after midnight. So I will continue getting outfits tomorrow, and I'm going to get adventurous. I'm going to follow some stuff. I'm doing it, guys. Okay. Not that. I'm not that adventurous. We're gonna do this. And this is going to move the story forward. But I'm still gonna do it. So I'm gonna probably do some more outfits, and I'm going to do Master Koga. So tomorrow's gonna be an interesting day, because I don't actually know how far this moves the main story forward. We shall see. So then, I am now currently, even though today's stream, didn't work out, but I currently on Rumble, rumble.com/Natalia Ines. I am on Kick. I don't actually know my exact channel address, but the channel name is also Natalia Ines. You can find me on YouTube at M&J Do Everything. I'm on Twitch, twitch.tv/Natalia Ines, and on Facebook you can find me at MyJCB LLC. You could find me on the socials on Instagram at Natalia_adulting, and it will be on the end card if you want to reach out to me for any Scary Link. He is Scary Link with his site. If you want to reach out to me with any information, get it on the DMs. Again, the Instagram is Natalia_adulting, and it will be on the end card so you can see the proper spelling of it. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and be uncharacteristically Hispanic and end my live stream after just one goodbye. And